What's up? We're back again with Rob, and let's talk about touring for Exhibit A, because now you have 2 records under your belt. Like you said, you guys have toured for 2 years. I would say your comfortability is you know, and your confidence is probably, you know, you're there. You've been doing this for a while.
Yeah.
Talk about that tour, because there was some things that happened on that tour that that happens sometimes.
Right. So it was honestly, it was a lot. Having Tom come back was major. Right. So the first tour we do in the States with Tom, we do a lot more of Exhibit B. We do a handful off. We do 4 or 5 off Bonded. Fabulous, Toxic, and then we do a couple off Tempo, and then we do all the hits. You know what I mean? We're going through that, and then now we're doing a bunch of Exhibit B stuff because it was new. So unlike most bands that rely on the old stuff, we were coming out of the gate with fucking rays.
Uh-huh.
We were coming out on fire, opening. I had to do Children kind of early in the set because of that singy part. It would be harder to do at the end of the set. So that was my only. Like, we got to do that song 3 or 4. I don't know. We got to do it kind of early. Let's just get it so I don't have to fucking.
Now, did Tom follow you up?
No, not
because he follows me up on that when I do it now.
He did the last, like because Tom loves singing. So
right,
but so he would do it. But I told the monitor guy, like, do not put him in my monitor because he's not off, but he's off.
Well, I would never have him in my monitor, but I know that he's doing it. Yeah,
right. Yeah. So. He didn't do it with me from the beginning. He added it in as later on. So if you notice, if you ever watched the Vakken, he didn't do it on Vakken.
Yeah, I guess I don't. I didn't pay attention.
He didn't start doing it until about 2010. It was like around there. He wasn't doing it in the beginning. So we do now. We were doing more obscure countries. We were going to like a lot of like Czech Republic, and we were doing. So we did I think I don't know all the dates, but I remember we were on Creator for we did 3 tours of Creator, South America, Asia, we did Japan and Thailand, and we did all that with them, and then we did went to China, and then we went to and that was Exhibit B. So Exhibit A, so we were doing a lot of Eastern Bloc Europe. And you know how the food is there. The food's kind of weird and sketchy in some spots. And so we were in Serbia, and I spent the day driving around looking at all the fucking buildings all bombed out and the bullet holes everywhere. And it was fucking, some shit you don't normally see. You know what I mean? Driving through a fucking war-torn country. But so that day, we were on tour with this band called Biochemical, and they did a killer version of Painkiller, man. The singer was like Rob Halford as fuck, and they did Painkiller to the fucking T. It was great. They opened with the Darth Vader Death March. Dun, 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 dun. It was fucking great.
That's
all
great.
metal as shit. Dude, it was
really
killer. Yeah. So we're on tour with it. So one night we were in this. It was very third world, which the dressing room is just this cold blank room. Right, you have so they said, well, there's no per diem today, so we're gonna feed you guys, and I can't really eat before a show.
Right, I couldn't either. Always had to get it to go. So to this day,
so 5 hours. I had a 5-hour window. So if we were playing at 10, I didn't eat past 5.
I do the same thing.
Right?
I do the same thing.
So I eat around 4:30, 5 o'clock. I said, okay, I got 5 hours. So they were burritos wrapped in tinfoil, and they were just meat burritos, right? No hot sauce, no fucking it was fucking very Europe.
What was the tortilla like?
It was like fucking white bread smushed real fucking.
Really?
It was gross, right? But you're fucking starving, and you're fucking in. Where the fuck else are you gonna go?
Right. You got to eat what they give you.
Right. They fed us dog meat.
How did you find this out?
Because it was one of the guys from the other band got really sick, and he had to go to the hospital, and they said he had worms from eating dog meat, and that was the only place that we realized that it was sketchy. So before I go on stage, I'm like, I don't really feel good, and I tried to make myself throw up, because I didn't want to throw up on stage because, you know, I don't want to. But so I'm wearing, I don't know about you, on stage I wore, you know, cargo shorts, no boxers, because it was just more laundry to not do. You know what I mean? So I didn't wear boxers on stage. I was commando on stage with a T-shirt.
Oh, my.
Right. So, because then you didn't have to do laundry. I used to go to Europe with 2 months with a backpack. Like my backpack that I have in the car. I would go and just...
Damn, Rob, you're a trooper, bro.
So, dude, I had 2 sets of the same exact clothes, and I'd wear them opposite days, and I'd wash them in the sink and dry them out, and they would stink so bad. And then I'd rub up on the guys when they're playing. Oh, dude, that was gross. So, I wanted to bring books. That's what I wanted to bring for read. So, anyway, I don't feel good, and we get to a lesson in violence, and I look over at Lee, and I'm ready to hurl. I'm like that last lesson in violence, the last one. I screamed, and I shit myself, and it came out of my shorts because it was like rabbit turds. It was like little round pellets. It wasn't water. It was a little bit of water, but it was pellets followed by water, and the pellets came out, and Lee was standing there. Dude, I'm gonna throw up thinking about it. It makes me gag just thinking about it. So I
look at the look on my face.
Fucking Lee starts laughing. He can't even play. He's laughing. There was somebody filming it with my camera, and I pushed past him, like, get the fuck out of my way, because I dropped the mic, and I ran off, and I went into the bathroom, and they're finishing the song, and I go into that, I take off my fucking pants, and I fucking put them in the sink, and I get all the shit off of them, and I'm fucking gagging the whole time, and then I'm like, what the? And then I fucking clean myself up with you know, water, and I took all the stage towels, and I was fucking just wiping shit off me.
Oh,
my. And I put my fucking shorts back on, and I fucking ran back out. And nobody knew what was up except Lee. And the song ends, and Gary's like, what the fuck? And I go, I just shit myself. And there it is, like 3 or 4 rabbit pellets on the stage. And I could see him, and Leah's beside himself. He can't even fucking hold his shit together. He's laughing so hard. And I just, like, kicked him off, and you know, in between the barrier and the stage.
Now, did the crowd see this? Did anybody?
No, so the crowd didn't know, but then I told them. Yeah, I just.
So I guess it was a lead part in the song, or that.
Listen. Okay,
so that's right. It goes on. Yeah, that's right.
Listen, so 2 minutes.
Then that's it, and then they just. That's right. Oh my. Had that happened before?
Yeah.
Did it ever happen again?
No.
Because that's never. I've had to go real bad before, to where it's like, fucking after the encore or whatever, I'm like throwing the mic, going, get out of it, and then hit the bathroom. But I've never done that.
So we were on tour with Sepultura for like 2 months, and we were in once again third world. We were in like Eastern Europe somewhere. Jack got sick first. Matter of fact, it was really funny. Was Jack? I hear him puking. And I go outside and I go, dude, you okay, buddy? What do you need? He goes, no, I'm just fucking, every time I drink something, I go, I'm puking. I go, oh, that sucks, man. He goes back to bed and I go, man, that sucks, buddy. I'm sad for you. That's fucking horrible, right? Go down and make myself a cup of coffee. I take one sip and I walk outside, just start puking just like Jack. I'm like, oh, fuck. I had the same fucking virus. Come to find out, there were 30 of us on the tour. 28 people got sick. Lee was the only one who didn't get it.
Fucking iron stomach is what it is.
Yeah, it's fucking.
It's that Russian iron fucking gut that he has.
Fuckface didn't get it, right? He didn't get it. Everyone else got it. Maybe Gary didn't get it either. I think maybe he did. I don't remember. I remember I had it so bad that it was the only. I've sang with a microphone stand twice, and this was the second time I had a garbage can at the bottom of my mic stand, and I was singing and puking into it as I was singing. And didn't miss any of the words, but every time I'd get to an end, I would puke, and I couldn't, every time I drank water, I would puke.
How long did this last
24
with all
hours.
you guys? So we're 24 hours.
24-hour virus, dude. It went through every crew, band, everybody was going through it, except fucking Altus, that motherfucker.
It's that iron, that fucking vodka gut. You kidding me? Come on, you know that.
Yeah, that was brutal. And the other time I sang with a mic stand was we did this gig at this club called the White House in like fucking Idaho. No, it was like Minnesota or something. But it was a dude just opened a bar, and it was like him and two of his friends. They fucking paid us to come there and play, and it was nobody there. We played to him and like three of his friends, and I sang with sunglasses on and a mic stand. And I was like, "All right, we're not doing."
Actually, I heard about that.
We're not doing that song. Move on to the next.
I heard about
and
that.
I started calling him out, and we played for like 45 minutes. And I was like, "I'm done. We're done. We're out." Yeah.
Actually, that's funny that you said that, because on this last tour we were talking about, I call them clunkers.
Yeah.
We don't have too many of those anymore, but there was a time when we had clunkers. And during the Temple of the Damned years, there was, well, on that tour, people had not, I think they didn't take us serious that Exodus was back. Mm-hmm. So we played this place, I think it was in Des Moines, Iowa or something like that. And
up those stairs? Was that at the top of those?
No. It was a tiny little place to where as the guys are at the bar are like, are these guys going to shut up so we can drink and watch the TV? So there was, I think, maybe 18 paid, maybe. Dude. And we did one of those, nope, ain't playing that. It was one of those short set nights and no banging. So they happen. They do happen.
My third show, 1,000-seater, 20 paid. Ventura, California.
Oh, yeah.
1,000-seater. Dude, we played another place.
I know which one. Galaxy Theater?
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about.
20 paid. Dude, we played Fort Collins, Colorado. Like 12 people. Place held like 500-600. Because Ministry was playing fucking not even a quarter mile away.
That's what happens. The clunkers.
One night we had to play. We were playing this fucking place, and Tool was playing some big fucking arena. There was like maybe fucking 40 people there. Fucking, it was like a redneck dive bar. I had a girl say to me one time, "You guys gonna play that Balls of the Wall song?" I was like, "Yeah, we are, man."
We will play that for you tonight. We're gonna play that. In fact, I'm the singer, and I sing that song, and wow,
yeah,
wow,
yeah.
So, I have to say this because this is sacrilege. Let there be blood. Let's talk about that a little bit.
Okay.
What was your take on it? Because I'm going to say this, when I was in the early days, there was always talk about Zetro should go back and redo the Bonded, and I was going, you can't redo Paul's album. To me, it was sacrilege to do that. And that, in my eyes, I was like, I would never. I loved singing him live, but to re-record that record was like. What was your take on that? What did you think? I mean, were you like, wow, this is going to be fun for me? Because I
grew up on Exodus.
Right.
I was a fan, so it wasn't. I didn't look at it either. So originally, it was supposed to be done live. That was going to be the take. We were going to play it live at the Key Club and record it and make it a live record, and then one side of the record would be Bonded, and the other side would be the new stuff, like what we were like the other half of the set, because we did Bonded in its entirety 3 nights at Key Club or 2 nights at the Key Club, and we did other songs beforehand and then did that. So we were gonna do it live. That was the original plan. Then you know how plans work out.
Sure.
They all suck balls, and then it doesn't happen. So it was like, okay, at the time, band was broke.
So was it because money thing? And I understand that.
It was a money thing, and then and then Gary was like, well, the production back then was lame. We'll play them faster. We'll play them like we play them now, and you honor Paul in the right way. You're not and that's what it was for me. It was it was like an honor to fucking do it, and it wasn't like I was. I hope that people didn't think I was shitting on them. Most of them.
I don't think so. I don't think so at all. Because I mean, and I wouldn't have put that on your shoulders either. Just being a member, an ex-member. Anyway, I was like, and in that position, I was like, man, I would have never. To me, it came up many times. Let's do a couple, like a B-side. Have Zetro do. And then there were none or something like that. And I was like, no, it's like, that's Paul's opus to me. And I just didn't.
I think it would have been way better if it was live. Because honestly, even though we recorded them differently than they were on the originals, we always played them better live.
I agree.
Now it was kind of stifled, and there was no banter in between. Like I didn't do what Paul did. I was me and you
right.
Like still those songs like fucking like dude, they used to give me chills singing No Love.
Still, to my Deliver Stevel's my favorite in the world to ever, and we've barely ever get to play No Love anymore. But I love it, and we've only, I think we did Bonded since I've been back in the band once in its entirety.
Yeah.
And to me, I'll load the whole set with your tunes and Bailoff songs. It's fun to sing them,
dude.
To be honest, it's fun to sing them.
I feel the same about you, man. I mean, your shit was like, dude. Some of the like, "War Is My Shepherd" is a fucking beast, man. "Blacklist" is a beast, man.
I think we were upset, and I think we that album was recorded very. We had gone through this whole thing, and look
everyone
at
was
us.
still high.
Yeah, well, everybody was still high, but I think we were broke, and we didn't even have a label. We recorded the record. Some guy paid money, and recorded the record, and then Nuclear Blast signed us after it was done. We had no label when we came.
Generation Kill.
Yeah.
Did the record first, and
right. That's what happened on that, and we were like. And I think that was just like a balls out, like, we're broke. We went through this whole thing. We became rock stars. We're now has-beens.
You know what's fucked up?
You know what I mean?
Is one of my favorite songs is the one, and you guys never did it live, and everyone shit on it. It was, what'd you do the video for? Not "Where's My Shepherd," the other one.
Throwing Down.
Throwing Down. What a great song.
Good groove to it, and I like that song. And
the fans shit on it.
Yeah.
I don't know why. Yeah. Because it's.
That was a war dance song. Do you know that?
Yeah, it was, and it had every aspect of a well-written, well-constructed song that had all the. It was like so memorable, and a matter of fact, that was one of the ones that I did when I did audition because I love that song. I was like, we're not gonna play this live. What are you guys fucking out of your minds?
Only on the record on that tour cycle did we play that live.
Good song.
It's a great song. Good song. Yeah. Sometimes, and
and the crowd does dictate it.
Yeah,
if they don't like it, you don't play it. I mean, you give it a couple tries, but we tried "Downfall" a bunch of times.
Yeah,
good song, just didn't go over well live for whatever reason. We tried "Chemical," same thing.
Yeah, and I love that song.
Love that song, dude. You fucking.
I heard Shroud of Urine leads that they won't even play it now because they said it just won't go over.
It doesn't go over well. Yeah.
I love it.
We tried it too. We tried it.
It's such a great song.
Yeah, man. You know what? This would be great if there were no fans. You know?
Yeah, right. Exactly. Yes, bastards. And as much as we need them.
It's like Kevin Smith. I got that from the Kevin Smith movie. This would fucking be a great job for the fucking customers.
Now, I would say that I would say one of the defining moments in your era was Falcon in 2008. I mean, it was 2008, right?
Yeah.
Where you guys did. And I mean, I heard from other people that Exodus was the best band that weekend. Yeah. I mean, over everybody.
So, two things that happened that I remember distinctly was the night before, everyone was really drunk. So that's a hangover. They were all hungover. That's what I remember. I also, because we were on tour with 3 Inches of Blood, and they were on our bus, and everyone was drinking. And then I remember me and Lee walked up to the stage, and Lee would put his shirt on like right before he went on, but we had all walked up to the stage to see the setup before we got up there because we were all on the bus and we didn't go because you had to walk across this muddy field to get there. But me and Lee went up beforehand, and that's when I saw the crowd, and I was like, "What?" And I threw up right then and there. I was like, well, at least I got an hour to go, and I got it out of my system,
Big crowd, man.
So we went up there, and Lee was wearing a Support Our Troops shirt. And we were in Hamburg, and this one of the German crew guys says, we're just sitting there bullshitting, and he goes, yeah, fucking German fans really don't like when Americans are patriotic. Because Lee's shirt. Now, he wasn't going to wear that on stage. It was just a shirt he was wearing. Because he wears like a black shirt on stage. But I went, oh, really? Oh, great. And I went back and I put on my American flag shorts. It's the only reason I had them on.
Oh, really?
Because that guy said that they didn't like it. I'm like, well, fuck them. I'm going to go fucking... That's what I'm doing. I only wore them like once or twice after that. But it was just it was kind of like a fuck you. Like, no, man, like this is bullshit. So, but when I walked out, I mean, we knew it was being filmed, but we didn't know what was going to happen. Like, I didn't know what was there was going to become a DVD. We didn't have any of that aspirations. It was just, this is going to be killer. And I knew that After Gates was going on after us. Matter of fact, when the show was over, I ran over to see Hatebreed because they were playing.
Yeah, because they do
they were two stages. So I ran to see Hatebreed, and I was still in my stage clothes. And then I came back to watch At the Gates, and I was still in my stage clothes because I wanted to watch both. And the the singer from At the Gate says, "I can't believe you guys are going on before us. Like, I don't understand this." And I think that our management was arguing with the owners of Vakken. They were I thought that our management felt that we deserved more street cred.
Right. A later slot.
And I was like, don't matter to me. I'm going to kill when we go out there anyway.
I hear you.
I didn't give a fuck. I was like, I'm going out there. And so for me, it was one of those performances that, so like what, I'm going to give fans a little fucking secret, right? Lee fucked up. So they had to retrack the guitars. He made a couple mistakes. Gary actually made a mistake too. So they retracked the guitars and they retracked the bass, and then Andy fixed it all. But the only thing that's really live is me and Tom. Because you can't fix drums and you can't fix
the vocal you could tell.
You could tell.
A little bit.
But they didn't touch those two, and they just did. So that performance for me was one of those. I mean, I had some great nights, but that was a great night. And then when the manager from Megadeth told us nobody gives a fuck. I heard him say it. No one gives a fuck about Exodus. I go, oh, yeah? This was like 5 minutes before we're going on, and the crowd wasn't even all the way in yet. They were still online because they were taking forever with security. This is, and they were shooting a DVD. They were filming every show on the tour. And I was like, oh, yeah, they don't give a fuck about us? I went out, and I was angry, and I was on fire, and we fucking killed. We embarrassed Megadeth that night. Matter of fact, I know for a fact that the crowd footage from the Megadeth DVD is our set. They went and took
it.
Fuck yeah. Because, dude, they weren't doing what we were doing. Like, we were making people nuts, man. We were making,
That's the Exodus way, Rob. Come on.
And that Wall of Death in Vakken was just... Dude,
which I never came in that I do now, because I still carry that on from you, I do that at the end of every gig now. And cool. That's an Exodus thing, but it wasn't mine. I would say that was more because I never did that before. But I gotta tell you, I fucking love it. It's my favorite part. So
yeah, that one was like the well, I honestly don't remember doing it before that day. It just seemed apropos for that moment. I think I had tried it a couple times, and then it would work out. But that show. That was it. As a matter of fact, when we played England, they said we got to England. They're like, "Look, you can't incite that. You can't do it." I'm like, "Well, why not?" They go, "Because people get hurt. You can't do it. If you do it, we're gonna pull the sound." I'm like, "Ah, man," but I did it anyway. Fuck them. They didn't pull the sound. They just let me do it.
Oh, they'll threaten that because he's not gonna do it. And he's just get him like this.
You want to hear a show about that tour? One of my fucking favorite moments. Now, I like the guy. He was a nice guy to me, and I'm not gonna I'm gonna shit on him a little bit. But so we had a tour manager that we were sharing with. What's the band from that used to be Cold Chamber? That has a new Devil Driver.
Oh, Devil Driver, yeah.
So me, Lee, and Gary are sitting. When you play what's the one in England? The Bloodstock, right?
Bloodstock.
So we're playing Bloodstock. And I'm sitting there with me, Lee, and Gary, and Alan, Vicky's husband, who was one of the promoters of Bloodstock. And the four of us are sitting there, and we're just talking. And I knew that Devil Driver was going on after us, right? And they don't have they have multiple stages, but the main stage, they don't do, there's not two of them, there's one. So they go on directly after you. So your gear just gets moved, and then they play, right?
Right.
And I was like, well, how the fuck is no disrespect to Devil Driver. I don't really listen to him, so I don't really know. But I was like, how the fuck are they don't want to go on after us, right? So we're sitting there, and Dez walks by. I go, Dez, you better bring your fucking A game because you're going on after us. And next thing I know, man, we're sitting there, and his fucking manager, he's going, dude, what the fuck did you do to my singer? He's fucking upset as fuck. He's all like, what? I just was fucking with him, man. All I did was say, bring your fucking A game. That was it. And look, I watched their set. They were fucking great. So whatever. But it upset him, and he's never talked to me since.
Really?
Yeah. Whatever. I like the
But
guy,
that's the
man.
Exodus mentality. When we go out, I mean, even today and even before you, it was like, we're going up there to destroy, to kill. And that's what, this is violence.
Yeah.
Our songs are about violence.
Yeah.
We speak about it, and that's what happens is
Yeah.
violence.
You want to hear a good one?
Yes.
we were in South America, and we're playing this festival in Colombia with Anthrax, and and then we do this one-off festival. Like we flew to like Peru or something like that, or some weird spot, and so we were second to last, and the last band was Caius, right? Now I'm one of the biggest Caius fans in the world. Sky Valley is one of my favorite albums of all time. I'm a total fucking fanboy, man. I fanboyed the fuck out when I met them the first time. I was like, dude, Sky Valley, blah, 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 blah. I'm just fucking fanboying like dude. I was so fucking lame. Anyway, I said to them, I go, listen, I know this is a festival, and the promoter was sitting there. I was going, look, I love you guys. You're one of my favorite bands. I'm not even fucking kidding, dude. Like, I've been listening to Sky Valley since '93. I know Scott. I love this fucking band. You do not want to go on after us. You don't. And the promoter's like, no, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, dude, I'm telling you, man. I love you guys. I'm just telling you, go on, switch it. And they said, no. I said, okay. Cheers. I'll see you after your show. Dude, we play and we fucking murder.
Yeah, right. Destroy the crowd. Exactly.
Murder, right? They come out, they open with fucking Caterpillar, which is like this droning fucking, it's heavy as fuck, but it's droning and it's slow. Just bottles of fucking piss and after the show, I was like, I fucking told you. And the promoter goes, yeah, you're right. I should have listened to you. I'm like, I still love you guys. You're fucking awesome. I bought like 3 of their t-shirts and yeah, man, signed this side, bought vinyl. Like, yeah, I'm a total fucking fanboy, but whatever.
But don't come after us.
Don't go on after us, man. I'm telling you. And that was the gig. And, like I said, man, that 2008 show was, it was one of the highlights of my life. That was a good one. And have it on DVD is so fucking special. You know what I mean? To be able to, have my dad see it.
I sign copies of that now. You know what I mean? People love that.
Yeah. And, just, when you Google Mosh Pit on Google, that's what comes up.
That's awesome.
Cool as
that's
shit.
great. Sure it is.
My dad called me that. He goes, I Googled Mosh Pit and your fucking face comes up. I'm like,
that is fucking awesome.
Right on.
That is fucking. We're going to take a break. We'll be back with Rob. We're going to talk about Exhibit B when we get back.
All right.